Hi everybody, so tonight I'm going to be doing a review on Lime Crime, their lipsticks to be more specific. I'm not wearing any makeup right now, so I'm sorry for showing you guys my exposed face. I'm going to be talking about a few things. The formula, the quality, and I'm going to be doing lip swatches. So if you don't like long videos that include lip swatches, I'm warning you now, you can stop watching, because it might take a while. Because some of these shades I can't accurately show you unless they're on my lips to show you the way they streak or what have you. So let's start. The formula of these lipsticks is very, very creamy. Well, with the exception of Serpentina and Poisonberry, because those have a little bit different formula than the other ones. Now, I don't have all the colors, but I do have a majority, so I'm talking about the very creamy, bright colors. Now, those shades are very thick, very creamy. They smell like the MAC. They have the MAC vanilla scent that MAC Cosmetics has. So if you like that scent, these lipsticks have that as well. No discernible taste. What I will say is that some of them do get very streaky on the lips, especially when you press your lips together. And a lot of them have a habit of not lasting too long. While they may be bright and in your face and very pigmented, and they may glide on very opaque, after only 2-3 hours, you're left with nothing on your lips. Well, not nothing, but extreme fading. And this is very embarrassing if you're used to wearing MAC lipstick and you wear one of these shades and you happen to be wearing a liner, and then all of a sudden you just have a liner left and it looks like you have a colored mustache, line mustache. It's not cute at all. I learned that the hard way. So one tip I can give you is that if you're using one of these shades, I'm going to give you the one that I used from my experience, my Beautiful Rocket, which is a bright orange shade. If you're going to wear something like that, try a MAC chromographic pencil in Genuine Orange underneath, and the color will stay much better because those two shades are pretty much identical. So that's on formula. Now on quality, well, that kind of gets into quality. Their quality is decent. I mean, for such a highly pigmented product, it goes on very, very bright, very opaque, and it stays opaque. The problem is staying power. I think that's where they messed up with their formula. They don't have that sticking power on the lips. Like I said, it's got so much pigment that some of them actually get a little grainy. But again, all these shades do not stay on the lips. The only ones that really stay on the lips longer are Poisonberry and Serpentina, and they are pretty much the newest lipsticks aside from Geranium. So I'm not sure what's going on with their formula, but it definitely needs an update. So let's start. Oh, also with the tubes, if you drop them, they will crack. I dropped this on my hardwood floor and I taped it. It cracked completely. So, and it doesn't really stay on anymore. And the packaging itself, I really wasn't going to talk about packaging, but I'll make this quick. The packaging is very, ooh, see, I just dropped it out of my hand. I'm going to let that cap stay over there because I don't feel like getting up to get it. The packaging is very whimsical, very bright. It features a holographic unicorn surrounded by stars on a purple background, and it says Lime Crime. I don't have that lined up. Let me fix that for you. So it is very whimsical. It is a bigger, fatter tube than the MAC, so it's still the bullet format, and you have your name of the color on the bottom. So I'm going to start with my first shade, which is Geranium, and it is the most recent shade that they released. They said it is like the hottest pink that they've ever released, that it's almost radioactive, and I have to disagree a little bit, but this isn't an individual review, so I'll save those opinions for myself for now. But this is Geranium, and as you can see, one swipe opaque. All you need is pretty much one around your lip, and I wish I had better lighting, but it is very bright. It is very creamy, and like I said, this will last only about 2 hours if you're lucky. The great thing about this shade, though, is that I did not see, well, I would say 3 hours actually, is I did not see any streaking or any, like it stayed put. Like I can go like this, and it won't start streaking or feathering around the lips, which is good. So that was Geranium. And the next shade we have is my Beautiful Rocket. Now this is the shade I said that I had the problem with. It's a gorgeous bright orange shade. Very similar to Sounds Like Noise, the color that was just released by MAC for the Hayley Williams collection. So if you were thinking about getting a very bright orange shade, get Sounds Like Noise, because you'll be happier with it than you will be with my Beautiful Rocket. Again, one swipe opaque, which is very appreciated because you use less product, but you will definitely have to reapply the shade within 2 to 3 hours. And that's that. The next one we're going to focus on is Cosmo Pop, which is a lighter version of, it's a lighter orange. It's a very it's like a creamsicle orange, almost like a coral orange. I wish the lighting was so much better in my room. And now this is one of the lighter shades, so when you press your lips together, you will get some streakiness. You see that right there? That line? From pressing your lips together? That's what I'm talking about. Again, I wish I had much better lighting in my house, but everything is overhead lighting in the middle, and yeah. But there is like a line forming right there. It's very unflattering, and I don't understand why their formula couldn't be more tougher, I guess. The finish is a bit satiny, because it's not glossy. So there should be no excuse for that. The next one is New York City, which is a cute play on terms, like, because of the way our accent is, like New York. So New York, yolk, I guess it's cute. And it's a very bright yellow, and in fact, I've tried a few yellows because I've always been on the search for a bright yellow lipstick, just for fun. And this shade is one of the best performing. Like, you do not need to layer it on. What you see in this tube, you will get on your lips, but you will get that streaking when you press your lips together. Right there. You like that? It starts disturbing. So the only way to wear this color correctly is to pretty much never press your lips together. Don't even drink. Just leave it on your lips. This is great for, I guess, editorial or pictures, or if you just want to go out to a club and nobody will see that you have those errors on your lip, I guess. I guess that's the only time that New York City would be okay to wear. And by the way, I'm not actually filling in my lips correctly or spending time, because if I did, we'd be here all day, and I'm already 7 minutes in, so forgive me for that. The next one is Mint to Be, and it's a nice green mint pastel color. Again, this also has the same problem. It's mainly the light colors that have this problem, where if you press your lips together, it does leave that mark. Now, I actually love this shade because it is so different, and it's actually really comfortable to wear, whereas New York City gets a little grainy. This one's actually really comfortable to wear, and I could see myself just wearing it out to be, I don't know, maybe get a little attention. And that was Mint to Be. As you can see, even when I wipe it off, it's very, very opaque. Next up is No She Didn't, which is a light pastel blue. Again, goes on very opaque. I've tried other brands, and the only other brand that, the two brands that I have tried, which would be Kagor, which I do not recommend at all. Do not even go there. Those lipsticks are terrible. And I've also tried bright blue lipstick from Milan Rowe, and her lipsticks are fantastic. So if you want something that's going to stay on your lips and not leave that weird pressed mark, try Milan Rowe. I think her colors, Phenomenon is a bright blue. Don't quote me on that, I have to check on that. But I believe that she has some bright blues, and they're matte finish, and they're moisturizing, and they don't give that streakiness that Lime Crime does. But Lime Crime does have bright colors, so, I mean, it's up to you and your preference. If you like a whimsical tube, or you like a classic tube, and also the quality. But just don't buy Kagor. Don't do it. You'll regret it. The next one is the Lilac. This is even though this one performs so poorly, it is one of my favorite colors, and it's been used a lot. So, it's actually my first Lime Crime lipstick. It's a bright pastel purple. And I do not see as much streaking with this one. I did put 2 layers on the bottom, and I find that helps to prevent the streaking a little bit, particularly with this shade, because as you can see, I don't have the problems that I had with the other shades. And I feel like even though I'm paler, it doesn't really wash me out as much. And I feel like if you're pale, you might be able to pull these colors off. You just have to I guess, coordinate the eye look and the cheek look and, you know, maybe contour a little bit so you can add more color to your face to compensate for the purple on your lips. That sounds weird, but I should probably blog about that to give you more information on what I mean. Because I think that anyone could pull off any lipstick, but if you're just wearing the lipstick by itself, it might look odd or off, considering the rest of your face is very natural. Or if you're wearing, for example, if you do a purple eye look or a purple smoky eye look, and then you keep your cheeks simple, maybe just contour a little bit and then put the light lilac color on, it pulls the face together and the look together. The next one is Airborne Unicorn, which is a bit more wearable. It's a more wearable purple. And mine is already coming out of the tube. It's already falling out of the actual base. So that kind of stinks for quality. But it is a much more wearable everyday purple than Lilac and I guess Chinchilla, the color I'm about to show you. And Airborne Unicorn did not have any problems in terms of feathering or the streaking problem. It did last a minimal of 3 or 4 hours though. The next one is Chinchilla. It's a grade purple. It's actually more flattering on the lips than it looks in the tube. It actually lets just a little bit of your lip color show through, even though it is very opaque. And that's why I feel like maybe it would flatter more skin tones and more individuals. It's not as hard to pull off as, say, the Lilac. Or even though she didn't, or New York City. Okay? Alright, I have 2 shades left, and these shades were released with the Alchemy collection, and they're a little bit different in terms of formula, in that they're not that creamy, opaque formula, but rather they're a bit more of a shimmery, like, metallic formula. They're not that creamy pastel-like formula. So, I'm going to quickly swatch these on my lips, and you'll see what I mean. Okay. This is Poisonberry. I totally messed up on that bottom. That's what happens when you apply lipstick fast. Now, it's not really a purple as described on the website. It's more of a wine shade. And, it doesn't have any streaking. It doesn't have any bleeding. It doesn't have any of those problems. It lasts just a little bit longer, and it has just a bit of, I guess, light reflection on the lips, just ever so slightly. And it's definitely one of those more wearable shades, one of those everyday shades. And it still has that wonderful vanilla smell. I just wish it had been the shade that it was advertised to be, which was more purple. Okay. And then the last shade we have is Poisonberry, and that is a metallic green shade. Oops. This one is a bit thinner. You need to apply 2 coats to the bottom and 2 coats to the top. And it has a little bit of light reflection, as you can see here in the middle. That it leans, it's a darker color, but it leans a little emeraldy in the middle. Bright emerald reflection it has. And this is one of those more fun colors that you wouldn't normally wear every day, at least if you work in certain places or what have you. I happen to like bright and bold colors. I would wear this every day if it had a little bit better quality. But it does have that lasting problem. It doesn't last as long. So that is all the shades that I have, which is a nice range. Like I said, I'm only missing the reds, Coquette, which is the nude, and the black shade, I believe, and the bright pinks, because I feel like I have better shades in my matte collection. So I hope you found this review helpful. My lips are killing me from putting on and taking off all of this lipstick, so I hope somebody appreciates these swatches in these videos. I'm going to be quickly doing arm swatches on my hand, and I'm going to be putting that on my new Instagram, which is the Cosmoholic, TheCosmeholic, the Cosmoholic. That's my new Instagram for strictly cosmetics and swatches. You can also follow me on Recycled Stardust, or you can check out my blog, thecosmoholic.blogspot.com, and you can see those swatches there. I'm so behind on my blog, though, that the best place to check out would be Instagram or here. So thank you so much for watching, and again, I really hope at least someone found this helpful, and I'm sorry again about the no makeup face. Good night.